What's good, everybody? It's Showtime, and as you can tell by the title of this video, not only are we going to be talking on a subject that is very controversial, but in the same breath, if you were to ask somebody who has watched some of these videos, not only on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, any type of social media platform of people who are engaging in this type of activity or savage and animalistic type of behavior, they will actually say that this is very entertaining. This is funny. This is comedy at its best. Now, do I condone this type of behavior? No, I don't. You might think that I do, but no, I don't. I really don't. I believe that nobody should be putting their hands on anybody to solve some type of a quarrel. I honestly believe in the golden rule. Keep your hands to yourself, people. Let me throw an example out there to get you to clearly understand of what I'm trying to convey, right? So let's just say you and I were to play a chess or checkers game. And if you were to ask a random Joe on the street, he would say that, yeah, that's a mental sport. And if you honestly don't believe that's a mental sport, then you might want to click out the video because you're not going to be able to take what I'm going to be saying next. But yeah, if you ask the average person, they will say, yeah, that's a mental sport, even though you have to physically pick up the piece to move it. But anyway, 80% or 90% of the battle is fought in your head because you have to decide what move that you're going to make to beat the person who is sitting across from you, right? So let's just say during the middle of our chess or checkers game, I decide to pull a Chuck Norris and roundhouse kick you to the face. Now, seeing that we are playing chess or checkers and the object of the game is to capture your opponent's pieces and I roundhouse kick you to the face, does that mean that I won the chess or checkers game? No, it doesn't. So what I'm saying is this: you should not use physical strength in a sport that requires mental effort. You shouldn't do it. People would agree that that was inappropriate for me to roundhouse kick you to the face and we're playing a game of chess, and for me to just walk away with the impression, yeah, I won that chess game clearly. People would be looking at me as if I was crazy if I actually walked away believing that I won that. So why do people feel as though it's okay to use physical strength or to use some type of physical brute force against somebody when y'all are clearly having a mental or verbal battle? Now, if somebody looks as though they're about to hit you or they hit you and you're just defending yourself, that's a whole different sandwich. That's something completely different. But I'm talking about the first punch, kick, elbow, whatever type of move being thrown. That's what I'm talking about in that type of situation, before the first punch is thrown. But now to get to the heart of the matter and actually answer the question directly, do I believe guys should hit women? I'd have to say probably not. And it depends on the context, right? If we're looking at this from an equality standpoint, whereas the man and the woman are equal, then I believe that the man should be justified in hitting the woman, right? That's if we're looking at this from an equality standpoint and everybody is treated as equals. Now, as we know in society, there's no way on earth that will be ever looked upon as right, just because it's been embedded into our minds that women are weaker, when in actuality, from a mental standpoint, they're not. But on the flip side, and I'm pretty sure you've seen a lot of videos on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram of women beating men up, like severely injuring these dudes, making them look horrible on cam. Women are a whole lot stronger now than they were before. Women are not going to put up with the crap that men are doing anymore. But I really believe the variables that makes this so controversial of a topic is who throws the first punch, or is it self-defense, or are we looking at this from an equality standpoint, like I said before, or are we looking at it as men and women aren't equal? How are we looking at this? So message to the men, right? And I believe I'm going to end the video with this. If a woman hits you, right, and she has very, very high potential to beat your behind in front of your homies or whatever the case may be and make you look like less of a man, I honestly believe that you should apprehend her in the least violent way possible. You don't have to make her look like the Michelin Man. You can go in a very civilized way of apprehending her without harming her, unless she has a knife or a gun and is threatening to kill you. Now that's a whole different sandwich. That's a whole nother circumstance, right? But in the case of that she's hitting you or elbowing you or kicking you or whatever the case may be, try to apprehend her in the most civilized way possible. But to avoid all of this and to avoid people going to jail and to avoid people getting hit in the head with frying pans or people using kitchen utensils to knock people out and hit them and scar them, I honestly believe that we should just keep our hands to ourselves. The golden rule that you used in kindergarten can not only help protect you, but anybody around you. So I believe that wraps it up for this video. If you truly like the content that I presented in this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel so I know whether or not to keep making videos of this format or to switch it up or change. I feel like that I am going to change in the future and switch it up. But, I would love to hear the feedback of the people who actually watch my videos and like watching them. And like I said before, it's Showtime, your favorite rapper and favorite person. And if you ain't authentic, we ain't conversing. Till next time.
I'm John Stewart of this hip hop. It's time to say
save the day. I have so much cream, it looks like I haven't shaved in days. About to take a shot, it's not a fade away. Really just a label, hey, hey, today to the people who are listening and wanna hear me say what